The Nigerian army has launched a major push against the leadership structure of the Islamic West African Province, also known as ISWAP, after identifying some groups' top commanders operating around the Lake Chad region. In a significant development under the Operation Hardin Kai, the military has declared several senior ISWAP figures wanted and announced financial rewards for credible information that could lead to their arrest. The move follows what the military described as a major intelligence breakthrough after troops recovered technical devices and valuable intelligence materials during recent offensive operations against terrorists in northern Borno. According to the military, forensic analysis of the recovered equipment helped security forces identify key members of the ISWAP leadership network, including the group's governor, his deputy, and other senior commanders. The acting military information officer of the Northeast Joint Task Force, Operation Hardin Kai, Captain Mohammed Goni, announced the development in a statement released on Wednesday. He said the breakthrough came after troops carried out successful operations against ISWAP terrorists in the Lake Chad region. During those operations, the military reportedly recovered several technical devices and intelligence materials believed to have been used by the terrorist group. Among the items recovered was a camcorder allegedly used by ISWAP members to record propaganda videos and document their activities. The military said the recovered materials were subjected to forensic examination, which generated useful intelligence about the structure and activities of the terrorist organization. According to the army, the analysis provided information about locations linked to terrorist operations and helped identify some of the senior figures responsible for coordinating ISWAP activities. The identified commanders were reportedly operating within areas around the Mangari, Metele, and Dogon Chukun Aziz, located near the fringes of the Lake Chad Basin in Abamda and Gukawa local government areas of Borno State. Among those named by the military is Abu Musa Mangawi Bashua, also known as Wali. The military also named his deputy, Amiru Jaj Musa Jida, popularly known as the One-Handed Man. Another senior figure identified was Hamad Abu Hanifa, described as the el-rufai of ISWAP, along with other key operatives within the terrorist organization. The announcement comes as Nigerian security forces continue efforts to weaken terrorist networks operating in the Northeast. For more than a decade, Borno State has remained the center of counterinsurgency operations, with terrorist groups using remote locations around the Lake Chad region to maintain their activities. The difficult terrain around the lake has often provided terrorist groups with hiding locations, allowing them to move fighters, store supplies, and organize attacks. However, the Nigerian military has increased operations in the region through group assaults, intelligence gathering, and aerial support to disrupt terrorist networks. Captain Goni specifically highlighted Abu Musa Mangawi Bashua as one of the most wanted terrorist leaders currently operating in the Lake Chad Basin. The army announced that a substantial financial reward would be provided to anyone who supplies credible and actionable information leading directly to his arrest. The military also assured members of the public that all information received will be handled with strict confidentiality. According to the statement, the identities of informants will be protected under established security procedures. The army urged residents and communities in affected areas to support ongoing counter-terrorism efforts by providing useful information that could help security agencies locate terrorist leaders and their associates. The military also warned members of the public not to attempt to confront or arrest the suspects themselves because of the danger involved. Instead, citizens were advised to report any relevant information through official security channels. The announcement included specific financial rewards connected to some wanted ISWAP commanders. A bounty of 50 million naira was placed on Ibim Mohammed, identified as the commander of the Aniya unit. Another 10 million naira reward was announced for information leading to the capture of Mohammed Jida, who the military identified as the commander of the Jahash unit. The financial incentives represent part of the military's broader strategy of using intelligence cooperation with communities to locate high-ranking terrorist figures. Security experts have often emphasized that defeating terrorist organizations requires accurate intelligence because leadership structures play an important role in coordinating attacks, recruitment, and logistics. By targeting senior commanders, security forces aim to disrupt decision-making systems within terrorist groups and reduce their ability to operate effectively. However, experts also note that terrorist organizations can adapt by replacing leaders and changing tactics, meaning sustained operations are required. The latest announcement reflects the continuing battle between Nigeria's security forces and ISWAP, which has remained one of the major threats in the northeast. The military says Operation Hadinkai will continue to target terrorist camps, commanders, and logistic networks across the region. For communities affected by years of insecurity, the identification of senior terrorist figures and the reward offered for information represent another attempt to bring those responsible for violence to justice. The coming weeks will show whether the intelligence breakthrough leads to further arrests and whether the military strategy can significantly weaken ISWAP's command structure. As security operations continue, authorities are calling on Nigerians to remain vigilant and cooperate with security agencies in the fight against terrorism. What do you think about the Army's decision to place a bounty on wanted ISWAP leaders? Do you believe intelligence sharing can help security forces dismantle terrorist networks? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to First Next News Nigeria for more updates and analysis on major security developments across Nigeria. I am Cassie Tony, and many thanks for watching.